Today we're giving you guys an inside look at one of Littleton's best up-and-coming places. We've never talked about it before. Most don't even know it exists, even though it's pretty established.
That's right. We are at Solstice in Littleton, Colorado. And to give you guys a little perspective of where we're at, we'll show you in relation to another community that we featured a lot, Sterling Ranch. So Solstice is, call it a neighboring community to Sterling Ranch, but it is completely separate from Sterling Ranch itself. We are located just to the immediate north, maybe a little bit even northwest, because if you look at some of these mountain views, guys, it is some of the best you're gonna find.
Unreal. We couldn't have picked a better day to be out here. You guys will see that, but we're also not too far from the reservoir that I used to call reservoir. It's actually reservoir from this guy, reservoir. Let's make sure we get that right when you guys get here. Reservoir.
Right. That's right.
Amazing spots. Some say there's even better views here than Sterling Ranch, which is hard to beat. My opinion, I feel like you get more opportunity at opening up to backspace for your backyard versus having a neighbor in your backyard. You have way more opportunity and lots to open up the backspace, either to one of the parks with all these trees and flowers or to the mountain views. I'm a huge fan of this spot.
Completely agree. So let's start off with some of the fundamentals of what Solstice is exactly. Solstice is a new development that is going to be comprised, when it's all said and done, of only about 1,100 homes. And these are all exclusively built by Shea. Now, Shea is a developer out here. I'd put them on par, maybe even slightly have a higher edge to even a Toll Brothers. And Toll Brothers is one of our bigger, more well-known, high-end big builders, we'll call it, international or national builders.
He's saying that because I'm in a Toll Brothers. I don't know if Shea is better than Toll Brothers. I think we're starting to split hairs.
It's at least on par.
I'm in a Toll Brother, and I love Toll Brothers. They've got a lot of great products. However, I will say, just trying to be the best I can as far as being impartial because of the home that I live in, Shea has a great product.
Yes, they do. They do. They're definitely one of the more known higher end builders out here, in addition to Toll Brothers.
Correct.
So all the homes out here are exclusively Shea. Again, it's going to be 1,100 homes, and you are in the Douglas County School District out here.
Correct.
We'll do a rundown here of all the schools here in just a little bit, but prices, let's talk about that. So you're going to be looking at about an entry-level price of $800,000 to maybe $900,000 out here in Solstice, and then going up to $2.5 to $3 million.
Especially depending on lot, you will have some lot premiums out here, the more mountain views that you do have. And I will say that there are some pre-existing homes that are on the market right now and available. So if you guys are watching this video, if you guys are curious, definitely feel free, throw us a text message on this number that's popping up, throw us a phone call on this number that's popping up. If you guys want any information on Solstice or specifically some of their listings, let us know. We can get you guys a relocation guide or area guide specifically for this, or get you guys some info on those homes.
All right, so diving into the schools a little bit more. Again, we are going to be in Douglas County School District here, which is always in the top 5, oftentimes the top 3 of the best Denver metro area school districts that you can possibly get into.
Correct. And just as a whole, Colorado as a whole has a really high graded school rating as far as just the education here. So keep that in mind. If you're in the top 3 or top 5 in Colorado, Colorado's probably also in the top 10% as far as like just overall in the country, maybe even higher as far as like just overall Colorado's education system. All right, just to give you guys a little bit more detail, on the screen popping up right now are all the schools for this area, whether it be some of the charter schools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, just so you guys can see that. If you guys have any questions on that, we can get you more information. Just to highlight a little bit more specifically, and because we get great phone calls from all of you guys about my clock theory. If Denver were a clock, we're right around like 8, 9 o'clock, correct? So like if Denver were right in the center of a clock, right where we're at as far as like Sterling Ranch, Solstice, we're right around like that 8, 9 o'clock, directly west from Denver. You guys have a great commute into DTC. You also have a great commute out here into Denver.
That's right, that's right. One great thing about being out here, guys, is that it is just the right amount of seclusion. You'll definitely feel like you're on the outskirts, but you're very close to everything. For starters, when Will mentioned the reservoir, the one he's mentioning is actually Chatfield State Park. So it is a state park. You can go camping there. You can go boating. It's very popular for boating. So those of you guys that are coming here and you own a boat, man, there's not a whole lot of places to boat in Colorado. Chatfield is one of the best places that you can do that. And it's literally 2 minutes from here.
Well, we've got like Aurora Reservoir by my house, but it's not a motorboat reservoir. You've got like the paddle boats, you've got the little beach. Some allow it, some don't. Where I'm at, they don't. Out here they do, which is great. So it just gives you guys another option as far as like the fun that you have. But again, like the commute in the Denver Tech Center, the commute, you've like UC Health right there in Sterling Ranch. You've got a lot of great proximity to food, hospitals, and medicine, and all the good stuff. And I feel like you're really not on the outskirts. You kind of feel it because as you guys turn around, you probably can't see. But
all open.
You guys have the entire front range, right?
Yeah.
The entire, what do I call it? The Western slope? The entire front range that you guys can see, and like the tranquility, how quiet it is out here, how peaceful it is. You can literally, this is gonna sound so cliche, I'm literally listening to birds chirp right now. Yeah, when you guys are more close to like that front range, there's just a lot more going on as far as like outdoor life, etc., etc. Very quiet. I like the tranquility over here, but we're far enough away from the mountains where like you might get more snow over here compared to like a Southeast Aurora, but not so much because you're not in the foothills and you're definitely not in the mountains, which is just a whole different level of inclement weather.
That's right. And then if you guys are looking for that touch of downtown, you've got historic downtown Littleton that is 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's that perfect mix of, you know, beautiful, brand new suburban homes out here.
You've got like that botanical gardens there. What's that place called that has like the Christmas lights and the Halloween lights? I can't remember what it's called. Eli's gonna find it. We're gonna pop it up on the screen right here. But they literally do things for Christmas lights, Halloween lights. People have weddings there. It's a phenomenal garden-y place, but it's right close to downtown Littleton where you've got some breweries and some great nightlife for adults, and you don't have to go all the way downtown to get it. Very chill, very calming, very fun, very cool.
That's right. You're also 12 minutes away from the Aspen Grove Shopping Center. So again, that's where you're gonna find your movie theaters. It's like a big outdoor mall area.
Barnes and Noble.
Breckenridge Brewery is right there as well. Yep. Just great outdoor spaces for kiddos. During the wintertime, they'll put up like a big sledding hill out back there. Yeah, there's tons of fun stuff going on out there. In addition to, again, just the quiet, serene, peaceful neighborhood, you have all the shopping and dining and even old downtown historic feel that you're gonna get in Littleton, just 15 minutes away. Also worth noting that you have a light rail stop right in downtown Littleton.
Correct.
So if you wanna jump on the light rail and head downtown for a game or anything like that, it's 15 minutes from your house out here.
And then just drive into the mountains if you guys want to go for the weekend, if you guys are going to Arapahoe Basin, if you guys are going to Breckenridge, whatever it may be. Like for myself, being in Southeast Aurora, we love it. We love the clubhouses and everything. When we get in the South Shore, it's amazing, and we're close to family out there, so we're going to be out there. However, like I've got that, 40-minute drive to get to where we're at right now before I then start to ascend into the mountains. You guys are right up on it, so if you guys get off of work early, whatever it may be, you want to beat the traffic on a Thursday or Friday getting up into the mountains, you are a hop, skip, and a jump away from the foothills right here, right? So commute into the mountains, very, very, very good.
I would say this is literally Colorado outdoor lovers paradise, because very, very rarely do you get the water where you can take your boat out on the water, have all the fun there, but then you can also access the mountains. And then if you don't feel like leaving the neighborhood at all, you have trails galore, both concrete trails and actual like gravel trails.
Correct.
You want to take it off-road a little bit. Regardless of what kind of activities you're looking to do, you guys can do it either right here in the neighborhood or very close to it.
I mean, the homes that Shay's producing over here is great. And when you're looking at like entry level 800, 900, what you're getting out here, bang for buck for the location that you're at, you guys could spend significantly more being somewhere else and not have this location and not have these views, yet you're spending more. Imagine like buying a truck that's a couple years older, but it's more expensive. It's like, it's just interesting, right? So especially for limited 1,100 homes. Like when you take it all in, you're like, man, a great product for a great bang for buck. Obviously, like depending on what you guys decide to upgrade your home with, lot premiums, like you could get over $1 million, et cetera, got it. But still like bang for buck for what you're getting. And when you guys are looking at purchasing homes, like the one things that you have to remember, right, are like, what can I change about a home? What can I not change about a home? Well, location, as far as like big area that you're in, you cannot change that. Lot premiums and things like that, you're gonna get your money worth out of it because that's something that's fixed. That's almost like, not priceless, but when people are looking at like the resale value of a home and you back up to mountain or open space, whatever it may be, it's a premium lot. You guys are always gonna get your money's worth out of those, right? So everything that this area has to offer, if I were not partial to where I'm at because of being close to family and things like that, and South Shore is just an amazing spot. Talon's Reach, Blackstone, amazing spots. That's where I'm at. Taking those out of it, like this is really hard to beat.
It is. And oftentimes we'll get people that are, if you're coming out here to look at Sterling Ranch, you should definitely look at Solstice, and if you're vice versa too.
If you're coming out here to look at Sterling Ranch, you're coming out here looking with Will and Eli.
That's right, 100%.
And we're definitely showing you Solstice.
We are.
We're not going to not show this to you guys, right? If you guys have questions on that, we can help you with your real estate needs. We are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. We'd love to help you with that. And none of that's popping up below. Throw us a call, throw us a text. We'd love to help you, but there's no way we would let you guys get so close to this and not just come over here and take a look for yourself before you commit to a home.
That's right. And one of the reasons that you might choose Solstice over Sterling Ranch is just the smaller community that you have over here. You still have the clubhouse, the pool, all the fun stuff that you're looking for. But when you go into Sterling Ranch,
bigger.
It feels like you're almost going into its own little city, right? Where it is so expansive. There's 4 neighborhoods that combined into one.
You got a coffee shop, you got a restaurant, you got UC Health. I mean, you've got the whole thing.
It feels like its own little like town center. And when you come over here, again, you're further north. You're not just completely surrounded by homes. You've got the mountains here, tons of open space. And when they designed this community, they intentionally tried to put as many homes as possible back into open space. You don't have neighbors directly behind you.
With that, I will say that it does give a little bit smaller lot. Like you're gonna have a slightly smaller front yard. You can have a slightly smaller backyard because they're putting homes the best that they can with the ideal situation, right? So your actual yard, your actual lot might be a little bit smaller, but it's because of how they're accommodating everybody to just literally have as much backing the open space as far as the gulches, parks, the mountains. But they've got to save some space to do that. And you do give up a little bit of like front yard or backyard, or like your house and your neighbor's house side to side. Like there's just not as much space as some of these other neighborhoods that you might see.
Correct.
Clearly it's not a deal breaker for a lot of folks because we've had a lot of people that have moved in here already. And again, even if you're close to your neighbor side to side, but your views out of the front of your house, the views out of the back of your house are breathtaking, and you can sit on your back porch, enjoy the mountains, enjoy the sunset. Maybe you're not so concerned with a slightly smaller lot.
Yeah, well, and that's what we do find with a lot of buyers. A lot of people want to look out at open space or look out at mountains. They don't actually want to maintain that big of a yard. Typically these yards, it's plenty of room for your dogs to go outside and do their business, plenty of room for the kiddo to go outside and run around a little bit. But when you've got parks that are all throughout the neighborhood,
hop the back fence, play in the park.
Yeah,
walk
you got
around
these
the
huge
corner,
open spaces.
play in the park.
That's actually what most buyers that are coming out here want. They don't want to maintain that big of a yard. They just want to be able to look at some beautiful landscape and have some beautiful Colorado views.
100%. Now, with that being said, we're going to show you guys a little bit more drone footage, a little bit more B-roll as far as the community and community out of Solstice. If you guys have questions on that, you let us know. But either way, you're going to see a lot more of this area and the surrounding areas coming soon to our videos. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys very soon.
See you guys.